Welcome to the Simply Incredible Podcast. I am Daryl, aka the D, and here is JBZ.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Well played, sir. And T Rizzle George Hamney is back.
Chaka Khan.
Chaka.
Khan.
As I remember back in the day, Chaka Cone.
Chaka Cone.
Chaka Cone. All I
still-
want to do is licky Chaka Cone.
Oh, Lord. Dude, he went there.
Yeah.
I tell you, every time I
Chaka
hear that
Cone.
song, I want to pop and lock.
There you go.
I want to start popping and locking and breaking.
There's
got electric boogaloo
there's
up
a
in the
recent
house.
movie where someone was popping and locking in it. It's called Breaking.
Yep.
Changed
That
my
was
life,
in the 80s.
dude. Changed my life.
I love me some Breaking.
Breaking.
Jean-Claude was in that movie for a
Yeah,
split
dude.
second.
Yep.
He was background.
Electric boogaloo.
I actually remember seeing that because I did when I was a kid. I was under the illusion that could be a possible profession. When my
Yep.
brother asked me, dude, what are you going to do in your life? Because he was part of the rescue squad and was going to be a paramedic, which he is.
Yeah.
He's about ready to retire now. And he goes, what are you going to do? I was like, I'm going to be a professional breakdancer. He looked
Ozone
at-
Turbo and T Rizzle.
Could be the very best. Like,
He looked at me like, he goes, you are not my family.
True story. Because you know what? Back in the day, that movie was out.
I love it.
Me and my friends, we loved this. Me and one of my friends, out on his back deck, we'd be practicing breakdancing.
Oh, dude, I used to
Nice.
do
We
it.
were the whitest of the white.
Oh, dude. Were you any good?
No. No. We were
I bet you
horrible.
Jay Peasy was a breaking machine,
Oh,
dude.
dude, he's got light feet.
He's got moves.
I tried it. I got videos and everything. I was studying these 6 steps and
Oh,
everything.
You
dude.
go,
Hey,
Michael.
love it. I love
Michael
it.
Jackson
I
over
knew
there.
you'd be good.
It's fun. You know, of all the martial arts I've ever done, my mom.
Breakdancing was the best.
Yeah.
No, my mom never had a problem with arm bars and punching people and everything, but she was like, "Don't do headstands. You're gonna break your neck doing that." Girl.
She was right.
Yep.
She was right.
Yeah, henceforth the operation.
Exactly.
Best piece of advice my mom ever gave me that I wish to this day I would have listened to. HBO came out and all the friends wanted to get together and watch Jaws.
Ah, yes.
And I said, I'm going. I'm like 7 years old. And she goes, I don't want you watching that. And I was going to look like, a sissy in front of all the guys. I was like, Mom, you got to let me go watch this, man. Everyone's going to do it. I want to be cool.
Mhm.
And she goes, I don't want you to watch it. She goes, that's a rough movie, man. That thing will scare you for the rest of your life. I said, you're crazy, woman. Let me go watch this movie. And she goes, finally she gave in, and she goes, I just want you to know, I warned you.
Yep.
This movie will affect you forever. To this day, when I go underwater, all I hear is dun 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 dun.
By the way, just curious, where were you at last week?
I was watching waves, not in them. I did, man. I tell you what, I had the best vacation.
Let me just say, break that one quick second. Let me just say this. Did you see the pictures he posted? Or
Some of
maybe
'em.
maybe your wife posted. I'm
Some.
not sure which. Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
We
picture
both
of
did.
you with your daughter.
Oh yeah, me with Riley.
Honestly, dude, that just made me melt.
Yeah, you look.
I was
happy as
like,
can be.
that is awesome.
Dude,
And
I love
and
that picture.
You almost had like a little blush when you getting kissed on the cheek.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I
that,
was
thank
like,
you.
That was awesome.
Thank you. That
Mhm.
and she's such a sweetie. Whenever I take and bug
She's
her
a
for
good kid.
pictures,
Mhm.
she comes up and she goes, "Okay, Dad." Like she's all about it. She
Yeah.
wants to just be, there. She's my little angel, dude.
And
That's good.
4 years later,
Oh
I
yeah,
know, I'm holding on to it as long as I can because the day will come
That's
one day
awesome.
when they don't want to do it.
dude.
I
let
mean,
me tell
just
you,
when I saw that picture, I just saw two people that
I was happy.
I mean, I see Troy happy a lot.
Yeah.
But that was like 10 levels up.
Yeah,
That
And that
was-
was awesome.
Yeah.
That was
I'm,
happy.
I'm always so happy to see my guys over
Oh.
here getting to spend their time with their family.
Yeah.
Peasy over here, he has a lot of pictures with him and his son.
I
It's
love that when I
awesome.
see that
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
because I know I was like, oh, you see, he gets it.
That's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
I have
man.
pictures of
Love
me
it.
with Holly.
Oh,
Usually
dude.
it's just me, but yeah.
Hand on the holly.
Yeah, me and my kidney
Ain't no Holly.
transplant, we have a good time together.
Lord. Oh, my liver.
My liver.
My liver.
My liver.
One of my favorite Beavis and Butthead things.
Pretty much your-
Speaking of my liver, that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about one-liners.
One-livers.
One-livers.
Yeah.
Hey, well, first of all,
Yeah.
before we get on to that, I was going to ask you, we were talking a little bit about the presidential race. And, whereas I would not want to take and, make this a big conversation about it, I think everybody who sees the presidential race, no matter who you're for, what side,
Mhm.
I think we all are like-minded in thinking, is this the two best choices we could come up with?
Yep.
2016 is the year of, well, I didn't want the other guy to win.
I didn't
Yeah.
want the other guy.
Mhm.
So what I thought maybe we could just start out with real quick. Do you have a couple of people that you would want as a potential president thought of? Dennis Hayes had posted something on an actor today, and I love the actor so much. I said, this guy's name and fill in the blank, and I'll start us off. Bill Murray for president. I love Bill Murray. He can't do any worse than these knuckleheads have been doing in here before.
It's true. I mean, yeah, it's true.
See,
The quote was about the Olympics, though. He said, he goes, in every event, he said, a normal person should have to compete for reference.
Yeah.
that is
great.
That'd be awesome.
Could you imagine that, though, in the gymnastics?
Yeah. Get me out there running and have Usain Bolt lap me like 4 times.
Dude, you would take in all right, here's the routine. You got to try all the moves.
They were actually talking to some golfers today, and this one guy is head and shoulders above everyone else and playing ping pong in the clubhouse with all the guys.
Yeah.
And one of the Americans, and let's be honest, America's not very good in ping pong. Excuse me, table tennis. Let's call it right.
It's table tennis.
Gosh. And
Don't cheapen it.
He was like, I got schooled in that. He's like, it's insane the level these people are compared to your normal
regular people.
It's amazing that there's these Olympic level athletes, but then there's that one phenom always, like Michael Phelps is just ruling the world in swimming.
Yeah.
Did you watch him last night compete?
I've seen like clips,
Yeah.
Last night, because my kids are swimmers, so they're all about it. They're like, no, I want to see this. I want to see this. And they did a really good job of kind of building some behind-the-scenes drama, like fake fight, kind of rivalries and stuff.
Yeah.
And even if it's manufactured, which it probably is a little.
Yeah.
It still got me into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, go, Michael, kill him. Kill him.
Team America.
Dude, I tell you what, it was close. We were yelling at the TV.
Yeah, it was like tenths of seconds.
Tense.
Wow.
I mean,
It's insane.
and you're pulling for him because
And-
he's the old guy now.
And they showed one thing. I thought this was cool. Michael Phelps, he was playing golf. And he made this putt from like 160 feet or something like this.
And he made it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one in a million shot that he's going to make, but he made this. But the guy that
Or
was
did he, CGI?
Yeah. But the guy that was with him was like his pro that was with him in this. He was with Michael Phelps last night. And he's got a picture. It looks like Michael Phelps is going out like a boxer. He's got the hoodie over his head. And it looks like just a badass picture.
People have been making memes about it, the death stare.
And
Dude.
I was like, that was awesome.
Last night, one of the guys who had beaten him years before, I think like 4 years before in the butterfly, 200 butterfly or something, and he had been taunting Michael about it, like waving at him like with number one up saying, you're not number one,
He pulled the Dikembe Mutombo on him.
Dude, he
Dikembe
pulled
used to
it.
block people and he had that big, huge finger waving.
Oh, yeah. And he even was in the warm-up room shadow boxing in front of Michael.
Yeah, right in front of him, yeah.
And everybody was like, what is that? Oh, my gosh, And Michael, you could tell he was just quiet and boiling.
He was stone cold, dude.
Dude, I was getting pumped. I was like, man, shut him down, Michael. Shut him down.
This
Now, I
show-
call him Mike when I talk to the TV because we're cool like that.
He's
This,
your boy
this
now.
could
Come
be
on,
the
Mike.
next Vision Quest right here.
Oh, dude. Oh, he kind of looks like Matthew Modine.
Yeah.
Lunatic Fringe.
I mean, this guy that was talking about it, he's like, he looks like a condor. His arms are so long.
Yeah.
And his shoulders are so broad.
They're awesome.
And
man.
then it's like a triangle down to his waist,
Right.
a
Yeah.
tiny waist. They're like,
incredible.
he's an athlete and a half.
He
But-
works out so much. He's like whole pizzas at a time because
Oh,
he's got to get so
dude.
many calories.
Yeah.
I think what they say that last year, but his calorie count. Gosh, Connor's gonna kill me because he told me this. I guess like at 12,000 a day, and he goes, I think it could have even been like 14,000 a day.
Yeah.
I thought-
Unreal.
I was thinking it was around 20,000 a day.
It might be. I might be
14
off.
seems familiar for some reason.
Connor
I'll
told
tell
me
you this.
that.
They were talking about today because I was watching the biking. I don't know why I love watching these guys riding bicycles. And these men and women.
I watched it on Sunday. Did you see Sunday?
Yeah, you see the woman fall?
Yes, I was watching it during.
I was watching live. I was like, oh my gosh, that woman is dead.
She looked dead.
Yeah, I mean, because then the next biker comes around, she's still just laying there.
In the same frozen,
like
motionless
in
picture,
a gutter.
man. Oh, dude, it was rough because she hit, and they said that she went to the hospital and was okay.
Last I heard, I thought they said she had a severe concussion and I think broke like 3 vertebrae.
Oh, no, I didn't hear that.
How fast was she going?
You're going
That's
30
far
miles
from
an
okay.
hour, and that back wheel kicks out when you're going around the turn, and she did a header. I was like,
Ouch.
oh my goodness.
She did, and like I've seen guys get knocked out like that in the fights, and when they do, they are motionless, and it's spooky as a
Yeah.
spectator.
Yeah, because they're so limp.
I don't even care, even if they're guys like people that I cannot stand.
Yeah.
as a person, and I want them to lose. I do not want anyone, like that. I don't
Yeah,
want
you
them.
don't want to see your sport live on TV and
Yeah.
see something bad
Yeah,
happen.
Not like that.
I never want permanent injuries.
Nah.
No. So, but did you see the other bike race? They had this one race. The American girl was leading the whole
Yeah, it was the
time.
same race.
It was that race,
Yeah,
right?
It was that race, yeah. Because she was in second to the woman who did the header.
And she, was in front, and the last 30 feet.
Yeah, it was like
The
she
other
was in
three
front,
girls
like-
passed her. She
like-
didn't even
no.
medal.
Like 15 kilometers, she was in first place.
Oh no.
And you could just see her wearing down, and you just see.
You could see it. She was- the gas was going.
And they have the clock on it. The how far she's ahead. You see it slowly going down. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm also going to put on there Michael Phelps would be a great presidential possibility.
What I was going to say, and
we got Bill Murray and Michael Phelps. All right,
and
we're good.
I'm going God.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
I'm going Morgan
When you
Freeman.
said that, I was like, I think that would be a demotion for the Lord, our Savior Almighty.
I want a mean old grizzly manly man who's not afraid to say anything like
That's
Clint
Trump,
Eastwood.
dude.
No, like Clint Eastwood, throw him in office.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I love Clint, but some of the stuff when he gets up there, he just plays out like, okay, he might be losing it, dude.
Right.
He might be slipping.
He's on up there.
He's gonna be like, get off of my lawn.
Yeah, that's Russia. Don't say that, man.
He's in the Bernie Sanders years. He don't have much time left.
But you know what? I'm gonna put Clint Eastwood in there because I'm sorry, Pale Rider, High Plains Drifter, dude, Heartbreak Ridge. Okay,
Heartbreak Ridge.
that's good.
I tell you what, he looked like he was about 100 years old in that movie.
He always
Which one?
has.
Heartbreak Ridge.
Yeah.
I know, and that was 100 years ago.
No, but here's the thing.
He's literally like
Here's the
walking
thing.
dust right now.
In that movie, he looked like he had aged like 30 years from his previous movie, and then his next movie, he looked like he had gone that 30 years back down.
Right.
Oh wow.
You know what? Makeup.
Yeah, my favorite
Men don't wear makeup.
Clint Eastwood cowboy movie, hands down. I watch it if it's on. I'm
Good, the bad,
watching.
the ugly.
Which one?
Good, the bad, the ugly.
No, and I love the spaghetti westerns. I do. I love those, but nothing for me touches High Plains Drifter. You ever seen that?
I probably have, but
Where it's kind of a little sci-fi twist. I don't want to tell you. It's an old 70s cowboy movie, and at first you don't expect it, but you need to watch it. That's the guy. When I was in the Army, the guys were talking about that one, and I was like, "This is a cowboy movie you're talking about?" They go, "You never seen it?" So I went home and watched it. That's a great one, High Plains Drifter.
that's a podcast we need to do one sometime. Good
Westerns.
Good twists.
Oh, okay. So much for westerns.
Like, we've been Shyamalan.
Yeah.
I was
With the
talking
twist.
to Tyler about The Happening tonight or today at work, and he was like, "That was some twisted, just weird, stupid."
That
Right? I
was
was like,
dumb.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
that was."
Yeah.
I liked a couple of them that most people didn't like Lady in the Water. I thought that was kind of.
I did
that
too.
movie.
I love that.
I like that.
I can watch that every now and then because how the whole group kind of gets
What's
together.
What's the main guy's name? I can't not think of his
Paul
name.
Giamatti.
Yeah,
I like him.
Yeah.
Even though he was in
he made a great
he was in
orangutan.
Sideways. I think that's the name of that movie.
Yeah,
where-
Sideways.
Yeah, I thought that was horrible.
I didn't see it because it looked like one of the critical,
Right.
acclaimed movies
Yeah,
that
and
the
that's
fans
like- That's
hated.
exactly what it was. I was in the theater. It was me and this one girl I went with, and that's it in the entire theater. And she liked me so much, she made sure there was a seat in between us. Like, dang on it.
Dang.
I got to sit through this crappy movie.
I can't even be rubbing elbows.
That's just not
That ain't right.
That's cold.
wrong.
Did you have to pay for her?
No.
Okay, well then you get a seat between you.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
punishment.
Yeah. I would have. I don't mind.
You should have. You should have
I
jumped
mean,
up
I would
there.
be like,
D, look at me,
Look, I'm skipping 3 comic books this week so we can see a movie.
dude.
You didn't get
that's
the-
how you get to rub elbows.
Success.
You didn't get to play the cut the hole in the bottom of the popcorn trick.
My kids listening to this podcast.
You don't know what that means.
Yeah,
And
he
what
did.
happened is popcorn falls at the bottom of the thing.
Exactly. So you can hold it above your mouth and let it fall in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, duh.
It's like a vending machine.
And scene.
Anybody else you think for president?
Oh, let me see The Rock.
Dwayne.
Dwayne,
Really?
the
Oh,
man
give
of
me
the
a
people.
break, man. Who's gonna screw with him?
I was going to say Han Solo, but okay.
Oh,
Harrison. Harrison's another one of those grizzly old timers.
Yeah.
Are we saying Harrison? Or are you saying Han?
I'm saying Harrison.
Okay.
'Cause I mean,
'Cause
dude,
we
you
can't
got
go thick
Indiana
with
Jones. Dude, you got Indiana Jones over there. You
Yeah.
got Han Solo.
You were
Come
talking
on.
about your childhood memory of Jaws. I had one where I went over to the buddy's house and he had the basement, like the entertainment room. His dad
That's
had
what we were doing.
downstairs.
Yeah.
And we stayed up all night and we marathoned out the original Indiana Jones trilogy. And
That's a
that was
good
awesome.
night right there,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
That's a good night.
Love me some Indiana
That was a
Jones.
good time. Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock though I think would be a great president because I mean, number one, you know, this country needs some unity, right?
He's not afraid to wear a tutu.
He is not. Now he is definitely not liberal. He's a conservative, and he's the most motivated. I think the biggest thing that this country needs is unity. We don't have that's the biggest problem we're facing before we can even touch on the economy and all this other stuff.
That's kind of what I was thinking towards the negative side is like if a big celebrity like that runs, they're going to have to pick a party and it's going to divide his fans.
It'll divide his fans.
Dude, he would get like 70% of the vote.
If he went as a libertarian, and everybody'd be real forgiving about that because he's like, look, the whole thing about the Libertarian Party is freedom.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm about that, you about that. This two-party system, it stinks. Let's move on.
Yeah.
All right, D, who else do you got
That's the last one I had.
for
president?
president?
Yeah.
Was Dwayne?
Yeah.
I came up with that one. You didn't come up with that.
I had Han Solo over here.
Oh,
Harrison Ford.
Solo.
And he's over there picking his nose.
JP's
JP's the one.
Yeah, don't tell people that.
He's like, I ain't got time to pick a candidate.
What happens in the podcast stays in the
How
podcast.
can I pick my nose with my hand down my pants? I mean, wait.
Up in that job.
Connor, turn this off.
This is a rude awakening, son.
All right, who is your pick for president? Bill Murray, I'm still digging.
Bill Murray's good. I said Clint. I don't know who else really.
He's like, I don't even think we need a president.
I don't think anybody
Yeah.
should say Dana White. I think that would be a bad choice.
No, that'd be a horrible choice. Good gracious, no.
All right. Things to ponder for the next one. We'll see if we have any more candidates in the
Yeah,
future.
we'll see if we think of some more candidates.
That's bad. We're desperately
Margot
trying
Robbie.
to come up with something better.
I'll take Margot Robbie.
Oh, dude.
I'll take her too, but what's that got to do with the presidency?
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah.
But
All right, let's finish up with the Olympics then. Is there anything that you're looking forward to as far as any of the events?
have they done the ribbon twirling yet?
No, that's
No, that's still coming
Well,
up.
I'm in.
Ribbon twirling
That
is
is
hotly contested this year, too.
Rhythmic gymnastics. That's
Rhythmic
what that's called.
gymnastics.
Rhythm and emotion.
Here's the sad part.
How does
about
that
Summer
stay?
Olympics.
How does that stay in? And they wanted to take wrestling out.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, who is making these
was
decisions?
the
Is ballroom
first
dancing
Olympic
still
event.
an event?
Dude, why? What?
Ballroom dancing.
Really?
It is?
I think it is. I want to say it. I know it was a couple years ago. Well,
Wow.
4 years
Hey,
ago.
after seeing the Winter Olympics with curling, nothing surprises
no
me.
one will disrespect curling.
Dude, I'm
it's
not.
one of the greatest sports ever created.
I'm not
I'm going to
disrespecting
go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm going to learn how to be a professional curler.
Are you going to curl?
I'm going to curl.
They have a curling facility.
They
down
do
there.
have a curling.
No, they don't.
facility.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Is that North Carolina?
Yeah.
North Carolina. We were down there for Heroes Con, and also we look at this building like, wait a minute,
That's got a big curling thing.
that
on it.
has curling written on it. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Goals.
Dang God, I'd never even heard of such a thing.
That's like-
In fact, when you see that, it's like, how do you get into this? How does one?
It's BYOB.
Yeah, there's all kinds of
Bring your
weird
own
stuff like
broom.
that. Roller derby. How did people get into
Bring your
roller
own
derby?
broom.
Bring your own broom. But I'm bunch.
I think karate was added this year.
Was it really?
I believe so.
Yeah. Don't. If you touch him too hard, you lose a point.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, we're afraid of a real fight breaking out.
A fight broke out of the karate.
When we used to do when I was a kid, I did sport karate, and that was the biggest thing that everybody was always really worried about. That at the karate tournament, a fight would break out.
Right.
And I don't mean like a brawl. I mean the two competitors fighting would actually fight.
Uh-huh.
How dare you fight it?
When somebody told that to me, one of the guys told me that as a joke, and that was so eye-opening. I was like, "There's something funny going on with this if that's true," and that is true.
I was watching karate on TV the other day. I was like, oh my gosh. I sent Peasy a text like, this is the worst thing I've seen.
Yeah.
Like someone touched somebody, he got a point, and the fight was over. I'm like, what in the world?
Wait,
is
you
that?
talking about in the Olympics?
No.
Oh.
This was like the Paul Mitchell thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that is some ridiculous
Now,
stuff.
and like I told him, they had some of the stuff where they had, like the stick demonstrations and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, some of the stuff looked really, really cool.
Now I think they're kind of terming that XMA, Extreme Martial
yeah.
Arts.
Mhm.
Really fun stuff.
Mhm.
The purpose of it is to showcase some athleticism, some performance ability, and the guy Mike Chatterapa, how do you say his last name? Chakakan.
Melody.
Chakakan.
Chimichanga.
Mike Chat is one of the guys that is kind of responsible for trying to get some of these people into movies. Taylor Lautner was one of his guys, the guy from
okay.
Twilight.
Right, yeah. remember he was Shark Boy and Lava
Shark
Girl.
Boy and
Oh
Lava Girl.
yeah.
I remember seeing him actually on the tournament circuit there, and everybody was saying, "You got to see this kid, man. He's gonna be something." And now, I mean, he is.
That's cool.
But is track and field? Are you into watching some of that stuff?
Track and field.
Love that.
Um,
Especially, isn't the best the 100-yard dash? Who's the fastest man in the world?
meters.
Oh, I'm sorry.
100 meters.
Sorry, I was thinking about my playground experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
100-yard
how,
dash.
how I was always last.
Nuh-uh.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Daryl.
Back then, short guy with crooked legs, it was a slow one.
And they made you race anyway?
Yeah, it made me run anyway.
What was your mindset when they got ready to do this? Were you
It's like just, I'll eventually get there.
You should have
I'm
seen
mad.
Josh's face just going, Troy, don't ask these
Yeah.
questions.
I eventually made it to the finish line.
I was second place in the mile. I got like 5:05 or 5:08, something like that. One guy just stayed ahead of me the whole time. I couldn't catch him.
Oh, dadgummit.
Dang,
Now-
my fastest mile.
Hold on. I didn't hear your answer.
six-
What was your
like
mental
6:45.
process? Like, what did you think up there? Like,
Dude, I just thought I'm just like a normal kid, just doing my thing.
I'm just doing my thing? So you
Yeah.
didn't think anything of it?
I never thought I was like, dude, it's my turn to run. It's my turn to run.
Some people just flat out didn't care. There are people that just walk it. Like, screw
Dude,
it. I gotta
you know
do this.
me now.
I know you now, but
think
back then you might have been like, man, I don't want to do this stupid race.
I tell you the one time I got offended.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
When we have the, back in the day, you had the fitness test. Had the 600 yards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 times around.
Yeah.
I was so slow. This is a true story. It's not funny when you're a handicap, right?
Yeah, it is, because I love you. I'm allowed.
Yeah, I guess that's.
If you love the handicapped person, you can giggle at
you
him.
can laugh at them. That's true.
We've
That's
earned
true.
our tickets
But-
into the club.
Will's laughing right now.
Yeah, that's right. But after the first lap, I was so slow. She told me I didn't have to run the second lap.
Ah, dang on.
I mean, I was like, seriously, dude?
You're like, wait a minute. You are disrespecting the effort that I have put out.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
granted,
look, class ended 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know what, though? I feel you. That's I've been like mad.
I was
Yeah.
like, all the ladies here are looking at me and going, oh, he can't even finish 600 yards.
Oh, dadgummit. Now you ain't got me laughing. Now you want me to go find that PE teacher.
See, there you go. And the twists.
Dang old timers. They
And
made
the
us run a whole
twist.
mile.
My wife is a PE teacher,
Mhm.
and I know some of those guys that teach with her.
Mhm.
They're some of the biggest knuckleheads you ever. All right, check this out. I'm gonna tell you this.
Break it down, son.
All right, this is crazy.
But after I got my knees and stuff all straightened out, I was much better.
Booyakasha.
There's a guy. I'm not gonna mention his name.
648 mile.
He's one of the PE teachers, and of course, if you teach physical education, one of the things is family life, right?
I assume.
Yeah.
You say yes.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, I know you knew that.
Yeah.
So he is, responsible for teaching kids about, sex, the birth process, all of this stuff. And he has a dog who's pregnant and getting ready to have puppies. One of the long-term subs that was there was actually like a dog breeder. So he was always asking questions of her about, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? She ends up one day calling my wife Krista and saying, I had to tell you this. So-and-so called me up. Have you ever seen a dog, I think it was a beagle or a basset hound, something like that, but when they get really, really pregnant and the nipples start to fill, he goes, hey, man, let me ask you a question. He goes, when this dog has these puppies, he's swelling in the nipples. Is that where them puppies come out? Now, this is a guy who teaches
the
who
future.
teaches
Oh, my goodness.
family life. And I swear to God, at first I thought she was kidding. I was like, what? Was he for real? And she goes, Gerald, you're married. Were you in there when your kids were born? Yeah. Did they come out of your wife's nipples?
I was milking a cow and babies came out.
And
Oh,
the baby
my
come out.
goodness.
Oh, God, it's twins.
Oh, wow.
I mean, is that crazy or what?
That's insane.
So when you tell me your story about this PE teacher doing this crap, yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah,
That's awful, right?
That's a rare breed.
that's awesome.
And this guy who said that, he's a piece of work, man. I tell you what he is. He's like one of the politicians. Because what's a career politician? A power hungry, step on anybody to get anything.
Yep.
This guy should be a politician.
There you go.
Anyhow, you ready?
I'm just trying to figure out what he would do in politics. Like, well, first off, we're going to cut off all the cows' nipples so we don't have so many cows running around.
He goes, when it comes to birthing, we need some strategery.
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 Potato. P-A-T-A-T-O-E. Potato.
I remember that kid coming up and correcting that on, was it Dan Quayle?
Uh-huh.
And I felt so bad because I can't spell worth a hoot either. I was like, oh, God.
People probably think I can't because I type so fast just on like these IM things or whatever. And I just hit enter. I don't proofread, and the spelling is all jacked. I was like, really? I'm not a buffoon.
Dude, let me tell you, I do that so many times, talk to text,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'll send it,
Yeah.
and then I'll read what I sent, and I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. That is not the person I wanted to send any kind of buffoonery.
Right.
That always happens. Don't text and drive. That's when I do that. Talk to text to drive.
Yeah.
Serves me right?
Serves you right.
Okay,
You
so
say
Bill
so.
Murray for president. Michael Phelps going to run vice.
Man, my picks just got thrown right in the trash.
I'm on board with Han.
You got to finish both laps before you get a pick, dude. Sorry.
That's,
Dang.
that's legitimate.
Cold.
That is legitimate.
That's what your
cold.
PE teacher told me. I told her, no, he should have a say.
Yeah, it's too late now. I'm not even allowed to vote. I'm going to be with all the inmates and not allowed to vote.
Dude, why, you going to kill me? You be an
No, I mean,
inmate?
I figure if I... the gimp in the room can't vote.
Oh. Now you took and put words in my mouth.
Lies.
Now, let me ask you one other question as far as comic books go. How are you guys finding time? I'm seriously struggling with finding any time to read any books.
I am struggling myself with it.
Really?
I really am.
It's like
Because
homework.
Peasy keeps going, have you read this yet? Like, I haven't read that yet. Have you read this yet? I haven't
When are
read that
you
yet.
when are you having time to read
My
this?
routine is usually I come home, I do the family thing, get the kid ready for bed. He's usually in bed by 8:30. So
Oh, okay, because he's still
I'm-
really young.
Yeah, so I might have an hour and a half to myself every night. So that's read comics or play games time.
Do you not watch TV though?
No,
Shows?
no, I really don't watch any TV really.
That's
See,
where.
right now, the Olympics, they taking my time.
Me too.
I love me some Olympics.
I do too. I do too.
And, baseball. I mean, we're starting to get toward the home stretch of the baseball season.
I cannot believe it's almost over. That went
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. I mean, we still got almost 2 months, but it's about 2/3 over.
All right.
So,
Real
starting to
quick.
find out my Mets are sucking. There you go.
Who's running? In the lead right now. What are the top teams you're thinking that could make it all the way?
Now, the Orioles. My brother loves him some Baltimore Orioles, and they're playing really well. Nationally, just believe it or not, your Chicago Cubs.
Playing good?
They're playing great.
Could they go all the way?
They could go all the way. They just picked up a few guys at the trade deadline. They're looking good.
Ooh, I might have to start
Looking
following
good,
them.
Billy Ray.
I've always been feeling good, Lewis. Now,
And PC's like, crickets.
do you not know that reference?
What is it?
Apparently, that's.
I
Well,
was-
no, he tuned out when we
I
talked about
tuned out when I
baseball.
heard baseball.
Oh, you loser!
Yeah.
Why don't you take and get some notepads?
It's called the
Let's learn.
American pastime.
We're in the age
He's
of
like, it's American pass out.
we're in that age of social media and internet. I can get everything that happened in a sports game in 2 seconds online. I don't need
And
to
yet
watch
you
a
know
game.
nothing about it.
Exactly. I
I've-
could care less.
I've told you this before. Baseball, I do see what it's about now. When I was a kid, I thought the same thing. I like to play it,
Mhm.
and while I was playing, I did watch, but I struggled with it being so slow and
Mm-hmm.
drawn out, and I was like, I don't get it.
I'm like that with soccer. Everybody else hates soccer. Like he kicked it to him, back to him.
No,
back to
no.
him.
Let me
back
tell you
to
what I
him.
hate about soccer. I appreciate soccer. I get sick and tired of watching the guys fall down and lay there quivering for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But then they get up and they're fine after the penalty has been assigned.
No, what kills me though is when they get carted off. I mean, they're literally on a backboard
Uh-huh.
getting carted off. The second they get to the sideline, immediately run back on.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
It's all a show to try to get that yellow
My
card.
thing is this, like, dude, you should
Why
be.
do they let that even fly though?
I'm like, they should be like, if that happens, you're out for 5 minutes of the game.
Oh, I'd be like this.
Put them in a penalty box.
If you're that bad where you can't come
Yeah.
out, then you're out for that whole period.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a goalie because I've been watching the Olympic soccer too, and I know Peasy's favorite thing on earth is the U.S. women's team.
I love some
Dude,
Dude.
Hope Solo, come on.
I love some football.
Yeah, she butchered his last game. Did you see that?
No, in fact, I heard they booed her.
Yeah,
like,
they've
when
been
she
booing
first-
Oh
her.
yeah, because
She's-
she was like wearing like a net and stuff, saying about how she's afraid of mosquitoes, in Brazil, and every time she touched the ball, they were like Zika virus.
Is that what they did? You bring it on yourself, man.
Yeah, she's not making
And in
fans
the
that
last
way.
game, USA was up 2-1 right at the end of the game, and somebody had a free kick. Now they were way off on the side, and this lady kicks the ball, and it had a nice hook on it, and right over Hope, right in the goal. Ended up being a draw because of her.
Are they still in though?
Yeah, they're still in it, but I mean, come on.
Yeah.
She's not really the Han anymore.
That's what stinks. So much pressure is on the goalie. You got the whole team that
Yeah.
can do whatever they want, but if the goalie misses the catch, she blew the game
Yep.
for him. I remember in
hero of the goat.
remember the World Cup. They scored an own goal, and oh, that girl had to feel like 2 inches tall.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that.
oof.
I remember when
Yeah.
that happened. That was rough.
Remember in the men one time, a Colombian guy, he scored an own goal, got back, not too long later, he was dead.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no kidding.
They took it to the next level.
Wowzers.
They don't play in Brazil.
Nah, that
was
football is life.
So he's in Colombia. He's like, yeah, all right, we'll show you.
Oh, they can do some amazing tricks with the ball. Have you ever like watched just like kids and stuff out on the street just
Yeah.
juggling the
Yeah,
balls?
yeah.
I'm like, wow.
I never I remember when hacky sack back in the 80s came out,
Right,
and everybody was playing hacky sack.
Yeah, I sucked at
Yeah,
it.
dude, yeah, I did too. I mean, I played a little bit, but there were some guys, and I never understood this either. Some guys would take and invest every second into it, like, this is going to be how I get famous in
It
high
was their
school.
breakdancing.
Right.
You know?
It was their breakdancing.
It was. But the whole thing about it, when they were doing it, I don't care how good you were at the actual, hey, keep the hacky going.
Yeah.
You do not look cool.
You are kicking a
Beanbag.
beanbag around.
Yeah.
But not only that, a lot of them were even awkward about how they moved.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
they're
your
like
hemp
kicking
hoodie
between
and
their
your
legs.
jinko jeans and
Hemp
Over their
hoodie.
back and-
your dreads are flopping everywhere.
Well, Troy was into breakdancing when he had the
I was,
the
dude.
checkerboard like slipper shoes going.
Those are called Vans. I didn't
bad.
have them
Yeah.
Those ain't.
as a breaker because that
Did you have the white ones? Did you like painted the checkerboard on with permanent ink?
No, I had Nikes, but with fat shoestrings,
Ah, yeah.
so that they were solid all the way
Yep.
through.
Yeah, I had them. You used to ladder the shoestrings. straight
Yeah,
across.
ladder them. That's how they did it. And I remember I also in the 80s, I used to at the bottom we used to peg our pants. You know what pegging means?
No.
Where you fold over, you know, like you pull the seam taut and fold it over and then roll them up, so that makes the pant look like it goes narrow towards your ankle. I remember when we started doing that, I did that like for, I mean, probably a lot longer than it was acceptable for.
All right, see, right now we're going to date ourselves because I remember
you dang dirty
my
hippies.
brother. I didn't never do this, but my brother did it, and a lot of people back then were doing this. Had sweatpants on. and he
Have
had
one
the-
leg up.
No, had the shorts on the outside of the sweatpants.
Oh, I remember my brother used to do
that
that.
was big for about 2 years.
No kidding.
Yeah.
My
I
brother,
think we still have a picture of him at home somewhere
Wow.
like that.
my brother was the absolute worst dressed person you've ever seen. In like when he went to school, I mean, he looked really nice because you know everything was like a classic look.
Uh-huh.
You know, he had like some sort of pants on with like a really nice button up, but he was always a classic look, like a polo look. Right?
Uh-huh.
But when he got home and he was trying to be like trendy cool, I remember him wearing every bad thing possible and mashing it all together. Like, do you remember Jams?
Yep.
Which is like a Hawaiian shirt for shorts.
Mm.
And they would always be like a little too small or something.
Oh.
And then he'd wear them like with with his sweatpants. And they were the nasty gray sweatpants, you know?
Yeah.
That was my brother.
And then you have tennis shoes that look like he just mowed the lawn, so it's half green. It's like, you can't roll like that, bro.
Right.
Awful.
90s were like first it started with the grunge with the flannel shirts
Yeah,
tied around your
everybody had
waist and
flannel,
everything, and then it progressed into like double XL shirts and the Jinko jeans that were like barrel size.
Dude, the Jenko jeans, I remember I was already an adult, so the trends
Yeah.
were, that was not
Yeah.
something. But I remember teaching martial arts and having a couple of parents bring in their kids, and they were wearing these things. And I was like, that guy looks like each leg is a 50-gallon drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that? And they're like, Jenko's, man. And this kid was all, he was all like goth.
Proud of it, yeah.
Remember that back
Yep.
yeah, dude? And I was just like,
I lived that era.
There was a guy. This was in like 2001 or so. He had this shirt, It looked like it was a skirt for somebody.
Right.
It was like went from his shoulders all the way down just below his knees.
Oh, dude,
It's a
yeah.
moo.
And he had,
Moo-moo.
and it was like all kinds of colors. And I looked over at the lady I was working with, and I go, "Well, you look at this guy come in," and she goes, "It looks like a walking bag of Skittles."
Oh,
One of the
man.
greatest lines I've ever heard in my life.
Hey,
Nice.
Kool-Aid.
I was like, "What in the world?"
Now, some of those trends, I look at them, and I'm like, nah, don't be trendy.
Yeah.
What were we thinking?
Well, now
Yeah.
you see people like, what's the big trend right now?
Mullets? Are they coming back yet?
No.
No.
No, hold on to your.
Oh.
No mule?
What would you say is like a big trend right now?
I don't really even know right now.
It's funny because I don't
Beards.
have a clue.
Beards
Yes.
and skinny jeans, hipster look. I guess.
Hipster look,
Yeah.
man buns.
Skinny
Oh
jeans.
Lord,
Oh, dude, no, can't do that.
Skinny
Dude,
jeans.
literally, like one dude did the man butt at work, and it was like a virus that spread. Like almost every man that works at my work has a man bun now. I'm like,
Really?
yeah. I'm like, oh, what are you
They're all
doing?
long hair hippie IT guys.
Shaved underneath with the ponytail in the back and everything. I'm like, oh, it looks terrible, guys.
Dude, what about the handlebar mustache? The hipster. Yeah.
There was one guy that would come into the store. He had one, but he was I love this guy because this was awesome. Because every time he'd come in, I swear he had different facial hair.
Nice.
One time he had a goatee. One time he had a handlebar. One time he had a full beard. Next time he had nothing. Like
Soul patch.
There are actually competitions for like styling beards.
I have
and
seen
stuff.
that. I was like, I saw that on World's Dumbest.
Dude, I've seen that. I've also seen they've got clubs, bearded men clubs.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I think we have a guy here that probably attends those.
yeah. I'm like, oh man, come on, dude. Just say no.
Like, beards. I mean, it all started with the foursome of Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we gotta have a beard man.
But we're in the middle of summer. Who
Alpha
would
beard.
want
Yeah.
to
I'm
wear
an
a
alpha
sweater on
beard.
their face for July and August? Give
Can
me
you
a
hide
break.
all this pretty behind facial hair?
No doubt, man. And I don't like how my beard looks coming in anyway.
Right.
It's got a little piece here, a little piece there.
Nah.
No, it comes in solid, but the colors are all different.
Yeah, it's really weird. I get a tint of orange in mine.
I do too.
A tint of orange.
Yeah.
Dude, I do. I get like redhead
Yeah.
hair with like gray hair in it and some dark, and I'm like, that doesn't even remotely look cool.
I
Yeah.
need pictures of y'all. That's all I need.
I did it like one or two times. I did it one time like back in when I graduated high school. I was like, I'm gonna grow a beard.
Tab likes a goatee on me. She's been trying to get me to do it again for 2 years. But I like the clean
The
shaven.
answer is yes, you should have a goatee then.
Dude, you kind of. You know what he would look like? Tony Stark.
I thought you would say
The Stark.
I thought you were gonna be like Magnum PI.
The thick tooth comb mustache.
It's Magnum Pie, just so you know.
Magnum
PI.
Yeah, that's right.
I had, my cousin's kids were in, and they were watching Netflix the other day. And he comes home,
And
and
they
they
saw
go, "Hey,
your-
we've been watching this new show. It's so good. What is it? Magnum Pie." And he started laughing. I was like, "Are you for real?" He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "I haven't told him. Don't tell him." he goes,
That's exactly right.
he goes,
That
"I'm gonna,
is exactly
I'm gonna let him
right.
talk to all kinds of people and spread that nonsense."
That is phenomenal.
Magnum
Magnum pie. I like that old cartoon Gijo.
Oh, dude. Gijo. Go, Gijo. And no one's half the battle. That's why we don't tell them.
Dude, let them try to figure it out on their own. That's awesome.
I thought that was great, man. When somebody is like that and you're getting ready to correct them and there's somebody behind you going, shaking their head slowly.
No, don't
Uh-uh.
you dare.
No. Let it go. Let it go.
Go.
Yeah.
Don't let it go.
Do not ruin it. Have you ever had somebody where you had something and they had to ruin it?
Yeah.
And don't you
Yeah.
want to? That was normally Daryl, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
No,
Daryl's
normally
the
I'm
one.
the one setting up jokes and y'all ruin it for me.
Your jokes are not jokes. Most of the time, they're hateful meannesses.
Dude, Walter was about to buy us all pizza, and you're like, no, man, we don't really do that. Dude, we about to
You
have
know
some
what?
free pizza.
If I could, I'd go back and I'd change that. Oh, he'd have bought it.
Yeah, I had that
Didn't you
set up
say
years
if
ago.
it's your first night hanging out with guys night, you got to
Yep.
buy?
Yep. And he was all about it, too.
That's just plausible enough to fly, too.
Yeah.
Dude, and
And
that
Walter-
would have flown.
Yeah. And
Let's call him, tell him he owes us a pizza.
he still owes us that pizza. You can't come hang out, but you just, deliver.
cash
Hey,
in
we've
that
been waiting. We've
2001
talked
check.
about it. That never happened. You need to send that. It didn't? I thought I did. No.
You know what? Now
He's
it's with
like,
interest.
okay, I'll send
Oh, Pizza
Yeah.
nights.
Nice.
See?
Not just a pizza night, pizza
Yeah.
nights.
And by the way, for those who don't know, Peasy was once the first timer, and he didn't mind one.
Or did I?
And no, you didn't.
Oh, no, you didn't. You're
No,
buying
you did
now.
not.
Next time we do a pizza party, he
Yep,
buys.
there it is. I bought one for myself. But I
He pulled
bought
out
one.
another old reference. He said, whoop, there it is.
Oh, snap.
Oop, there it is.
Tell him, say, when you look at him first time, say, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, we're putting the fights that are coming up soon. We're putting that on the podcast budget, right?
Hey, what?
$30 a ticket.
We are?
Yeah,
on the podcast,
yeah,
but-
you guys.
When we'll start doing that?
I don't know. You're the accountant for the podcast.
How many likes are we up to?
Y'all weren't up to very many.
Oh.
People love, they love them some D.
They're like, move out of the way so we can see your pops behind you.
Yeah.
Well, if we ever get those video cameras, we told you what would happen, Peasy. They would quit looking at me and Troy and just stare at you the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
We'll
all
get
I
in there.
know is that when I was down on vacation, I scouted out some fantastic spots for the wetsuit
There you go. There you
with
go.
the big white D on it, and I think your first appearance on video in the wetsuit with the big white D on the belly.
It's gonna be San Diego Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
We've already discussed this.
Chaka-Con, Comic-Con,
I think Chaka-Con, isn't that in West Virginia? The Chaka
Chaka-Con.
Con.
Chaka was one of the many Bigfoots on Land of the Lost,
Oh,
Yes, he was.
and he referred to the girl as Hari.
Hari,
Wah, 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 wah,
who actually I named my
Kidney
after
after.
Hari.
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 Hari Rudd.
We're gonna
Hari
do a
Rudd.
podcast one time on Croft.
I thought you say famous Sasquatches.
Oh, dude, I've got a bunch of friends that are good squatch.
The squatches.
One of them actually hosts a show called Squatching.
Squatch 'em.
International hide and seek champion.
I love it. When I was down at the beach, I went to Ron John there, one of the surf shops, and I bought me a Ron John sticker. It's the Bigfoot Patterson film pose, but he's got a Ron John surfboard under his arm. I was like, yep, that's going on my truck.
Yeah.
Badass
True
thing.
story, because I know you love the D's true stories. There's a girl coming to the store the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness, she walks just like the Bigfoot in the Patterson film. One of my friends, she's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I brought up the video, and she goes, oh my Lord, she walks just like that.
No kidding.
I was like,
Was she a shaved squatch?
She's
might
shaving
been.
it.
Squatchette.
They have a very distinct aroma. Did she carry said aroma?
I tried to avoid the sniffing.
Anybody who walks like a squatch, I'm not catching a whiff.
I'm going to be in a whiff-free environment.
Oh, we're free.
But we got a lot of people that come into the store that have all kinds of aromas going.
Oh, yeah. We get some temps that come in over the summer, and they smell pretty ripe.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Well, we got a bunch of guys that like outside on doing roofing and stuff, and they come in. Ooh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
We
That's
have people
right.
that just live that lifestyle. They just don't bathe. They come in just
Yeah.
reek, and you can smell them
Showering
halfway
is for
across the
losers.
facility.
I used to have a guy who worked for me. He was an artist. And he would not bathe, I know, for like a week at a time. Regular. It got so bad
Saving water.
that I had to buy deodorant and put it in the door on his side of the truck and tell him when he got in, he would get in and he'd put his arm up like on the seat.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Oh.
funk
Yes.
fog that would take and roadhouse kick me in the face.
He's a funkadactyl.
It did, man. It kicked me, and I was just like, "Yo, dude, break out the old spot."
Put that crap on or get out of my truck.
And he lifted up his underarm, and it would look like some sort of a skunk had taken residence up in there.
I'm gonna vomit here in a second.
No
Ah,
kidding.
it was rough.
We're in a humid room right now. Don't do it to me.
He came over. He brought me some artwork one time over, and the funk coming off of him was so like,
How
why
do
would
live
you?
your life like that? How do
Why
not
would you
notice?
do that?
Pigpen.
I think he liked the ganja.
Still, though.
No,
Jesus.
okay, I know he liked the ganja. When you have that much
Charlie Brown
ganja running
Pigpen.
through,
How about that? Who would have thought this? In the course of 2 hours over 2 podcasts, Charlie Brown Pigpen has come out twice.
Yep.
he had so much ganja in his system that it didn't matter to
was
him
leaking out of
anything
his
but more
pores.
ganja in it.
If you're talking about who I think of, he always had a glazed look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we call that baked.
Just glazed.
He was baked.
Fully or half?
Oh, he was. One time, I'm looking at him, and he is just out of it. Like the morning when I'm trying to load up the truck and stuff. I'm like, dude, have you been smoking? And I was totally being funny, just thinking that he was just not awake yet. And he had this half eye open grin that he started doing, and I said, "Go home.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not.
doing
I'm not
physical
paying
work
you
like that.
today to take and skate on the crew." I was like, "You're going home."
I used to share an office with a lady from Latvia, and it's just not in their culture to wear deodorant, so she never wore it. And yeah.
They say Matthew McConaughey doesn't.
Really?
They say he stinks.
What does Matthew McConaughey say?
Hold on, because I got Dwayne from What's Happening going through my head.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. All right. Hey. I was what? Hey. Why you put me on the spot, man? I haven't studied. I ain't read no comic books. I ain't watched no Dazed and Confused.
Man, Dave,
All right.
That's awesome.
All right. Do we have time to get into the comic books tonight?
Comic books? What comic books?
The quotes?
The comic book quotes?
Yeah.
It was movie quotes.
Quotable quotes, of course.
Was it movie quotes?
It was movie quotes.
Oh, dude, I'm really not prepared for this.
You got like 1,000 movie quotes in your head.
I just gave
Dennis Hayes, I talked to him this past week, and he goes, I don't know how Troy does it, but he remembers more stuff than anybody else I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not make him out to be a liar right
Okay,
now.
then I'll wing it without any notes, and we'll see what some of the favorites are. You give me
What do you
started.
think? We'll do this for about 20 minutes?
Yeah, why not, man? Let's roll.
Because this right here, this is going to be a full podcast, but we're going to make this into multiple podcasts.
This is like a
Because
preview
movie
for
quotes,
next week's
there's
podcast.
millions of them.
Oh, I love movie quotes.
Great
And
movie quotes.
millions.
Who wants to go first?
You go first because you got them written out.
I do have a list.
Kick it off.
Get them written out.
Because, I mean, some of mine are kind of like niche movies, which I can't say niche movies. But one of my favorites is Mallrats. I love Mallrats. And I don't know if y'all like that or not.
I do.
Subtlety.
And I don't know why I love this quote, but get that kid off the escalator.
Oh,
I love it when he says that.
Now, that one was
kid
good.
is back on the escalator again.
Was that Jason Scott?
Yeah, Jason Lee.
Jason Lee. Whenever I say his name, I always want to think Jason Scott Lee, Dragon Bruce Lee.
Yep.
Right.
I love him though. He's good, man.
Oh, yeah.
He was great in Earl too.
Yeah, I love me some my name's
Yeah.
Earl.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't watch that the first couple of years that it was on. I caught it when it started being in syndication. I was
Yep.
like, why didn't I watch this? This is awesome.
It's hilarious.
That's a good show.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, he kind of fell back a little bit because I haven't seen him much lately. Last I saw, he was in the Chipmunks movie.
Oh, dude, he's getting paid now. And a lot of those guys do that. Eddie Murphy had that happen when he was doing his thing. He was so, raw, and then he had kids.
Right.
And once he had kids, not only did he want to do something they'd see him in, he didn't want them to see all of that nonsense.
Right.
That's when Pluto Nash and Daddy Daycare and
Yeah.
What's the main guy's
Shrek?
name from My Name Is Earl? Jason what?
Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
Jason Lee. He's I was getting a washer when we were at Best Buy like a couple weeks ago, and the salesman just looked like his twin. Like I was just staring at him the whole time, like Earl is selling me a washing machine right now.
Oh, dude, I've had that doppelganger thing happen a couple times, and I've made some probably unadvised purchases.
Right.
Because I'm like, this is The Rock.
This is cool.
I'm in. Give us another quote.
Y'all don't have any?
I'll come up with something, man.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Oh, that's
Language.
a big one.
That is one. I was looking online because that's one of the first ones that popped in my mind.
Yeah,
And
that's how you got all them quotes. You cheated.
Ma'am, sir?
That's how you got all those quotes. You cheated.
Yeah. You ain't cheating, you ain't?
Trying.
Trying. You ain't trying.
If you came to
And
fight
that
fair,
was-
you
that
didn't
was-
come to fight me.
That was number one on the great movie quotes of all time.
Nah, I could see that.
What movie was it from?
Either Casablanca or Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the
Gone
wind.
Red, what am I gonna do? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I was like, oh, you broke it on her.
My dad, when we were at the beach, my dad has got the most awful taste in movies. Whatever's on TV, if it remotely interests him, we're all watching it.
There you go.
I had to watch Whoopi Goldberg's Sister Act like twice.
Oh, not one and
Oh,
two,
no.
but the same ones away.
The same one, and then he thought it was the second one, so we started watching it because we came halfway into it. I was like, This is the same movie, Dad.
Oh my goodness.
I went back on the back porch and looked for dolphins again. But the movie that he did have me watch that I
Anytime
was
a
like,
shark.
and it's a famous one. I could have been a contender.
Nah.
Remember what that's from? Well, remember who said it? Marlon Brando?
Wow.
On the waterfront.
Oh. Yeah, I was not even close.
Are you familiar with any of that?
No.
My first
I know
thought
the
was
quote, but-
was Bull Durham, not Bull Durham.
Oh, Bull Durham, dude. Now that's a quote. The Susan Sarandon, well, Crash, what do you like? You know, what do you believe in? He goes, well, I believe. Oh, what is the whole? He's got the
I
whole
don't remember this.
dialogue.
I remember the movie. I just cannot think of what you're talking about. So I remember he had to wear the like the lacy panties to be able to pitch well.
Who was that? Tim Robbins, right?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh man, what did he say on that? He goes, I believe in the small of a woman's back. High fiber, good scotch. I believe that the designated hitter is bullcrap. That Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. And I believe in long, slow, deep, wet kisses that last 3 days. And then he walked out, and she goes, "Oh my!"
Yeah. That was
That's not the whole quote either. That quote is really good though.
What was dang,
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. I was like, well, I couldn't think of Kevin Costner.
Costner.
Now, one movie I was going to try to pick a quote from, but doggone it, there's just too many. That's Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, dude.
Lee Ermey. Oh my goodness.
Show me your war face.
I mean, he just, and they said most of the stuff he was saying
Was
to
ad-lib.
people, yeah, which is ad lib. Because he was a former drill sergeant.
Right.
Let me tell you something. I watched that movie
Mm-hmm.
the night before I went to boot camp.
You told me that, yeah.
And I remember looking at the TV like, what have I done? Why didn't you show me this a month ago before I signed the papers?
Private Pile.
Oh, dude.
Dude, one of the funniest things the internet has ever produced is Donald Duck giving that speech. He's like, "Show me your war face."
I love that. I love that.
Awesome. He was,
There's that whole movie is one big good quote.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, there was one we can't mention on the show, but it involves something going. Never mind.
This is my rifle.
No, that's not the one.
All right. Full Metal Jacket, definitely full of quotes.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Their
y'all were-
time up there. It's our time down here.
Oh, the Goonies.
I knew y'all were gonna go this route. You were gonna start way back with movies I don't know what I remember. at
Goonies?
all.
The Goonies? You
I
don't
do
remember?
the Goonies, but like
Oh
before
my-
that, every other movie I was like,
Dude.
Wait.
Hey
wait.
guys, it's the Fatillis, and they look witty pissed. I love that. That was a great quote.
I mean, I can't believe you didn't know Gone with the Wind, though.
"Nah, never seen it."
Wow, great movie.
I started
Wrong
probably
movie, great movie.
I started probably about 3 or 4 years ago, thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? Some of the movies that are coming out now, there's some good ones, but a lot of them just stink.
Yeah.
I said, you know what?
You remember you were talking to Dave about these?
Yeah, Dave, because I
Kazee.
was like, hey man, I need some like classics that I have probably missed out on. He gave me some great picks.
Yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Great movie.
Yeah, I need
Key
to do that
Largo with Humphrey
I
Bogart.
have not seen that one yet.
That you need to see that. That's a good movie,
I
and
need
it's
to do that.
clean.
I need to do that. I need to go back and
Oh,
watch
in
the
that case, I don't need
classics.
to see it.
The classics are good. He also said like On the Waterfront,
Mm-hmm.
The Godfather, Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane, I really liked it. Did you see it?
I saw it.
You liked it?
It was good. I don't think I would watch the whole thing again, but if it was
It's
on
long.
and I started, it's long.
Yeah.
But the big
Rosebud.
Rosebud, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember someone asked this question. Rosebud. It's like, all right, he died alone. How did they know he said that?
Right. And apparently the maid's supposed to have heard it.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, go ahead.
I
Another
just
one.
know that reference because The Simpsons copied it one time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Burns was passing away or passing out or something when he said it.
We'll give you something you might know. Stallone.
Uh-huh.
You know Stallone.
Yeah.
You're the disease. I'm the cure.
Cobra.
Cobra.
I love it. Pig.
Dude, that was horrible.
Pig.
That was horrible.
You do pig then.
No, I don't mean that
Oh.
quote. I mean that movie.
No, it was a horrible movie, but I
Horrible.
love that quote.
Cobra was horrible.
Mm.
You're the disease, Troy. Peasy's the cure.
I'd love to quote anything from Pulp Fiction, but I don't want my kid to hear it.
Yeah, that's actually true.
I love this. I can't say it. There's like 15 in there that I absolutely
Yeah.
love, but they all drop major F-bombs
Yeah.
and stuff in it.
The whole speech from Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, right at the
that
beginning
whole
of the movie?
thing. Holding the gun down on the dude.
Yeah.
That's just gold.
Dude, even then when they were in there with him and John Travolta talking about, you know, hey, yeah, you know what's different? You know, in Europe they got different stuff. Oh, yeah, man, like what? Well, like they got, you know, they don't have a Big Mac. They got the Royale with cheese.
Yeah,
So
right,
cheese,
right, yeah.
yeah.
They have a quarter pounder? Man, they got the metric system. I don't know what the heck quarter pounder is. If they put on french fries, what? Mayonnaise. What? It's nasty. Don't knock it till you try.
Oh, Lord.
Good movie, though. Pulp Fiction was full of it.
That was probably like Tarantino's big, like,
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. Mhm.
I love when he shot Marvin in the face. He goes, "Don't mess with me, Vern. I'm in the red.
Yeah.
When race cars in the red, you don't push. You in the red? Every time I pick up little itty bitty pieces of this pieces of coal. I'm Superfly TNT. I'm the guns of the Navarone. I'm Superfly." What did he say? Mushroom cloud laying beep. Sorry, that's as close as I can get to it.
good old Samuel.
That's been a lot of years since I've thrown that quote out.
Let's see if Peasy knows this one. My name is Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
That should be like one of the number one quotes of all time.
Love that quote.
I had no desire to watch that movie at all just because of the title.
I
It was
beat
like,
it into
it's
you.
The Princess Bride. I'm not going to watch that movie with Anne Hathaway.
Did you end up watching it?
Yeah, dude, it's one of my favorite movies.
One of my
I love it.
favorites. I
Yes.
Love that movie.
I was in high school when it came out, and everybody, that's when VCRs and
Yeah.
Blockbuster,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And they rented it at one of my friend's house. I was like, Friday night, and we're going over here to watch The Princess Bride.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite movies.
Yes,
Yeah,
no doubt.
I mean, I had to really talk him hard to get to watch that movie.
Multiple times. Yeah,
And
I
then
finally
he's
gave it.
like, all right, I'll finally watch it.
Dude, yeah. I wish I would have known, because I would have pushed with him. You'd have seen it sooner.
Yes.
I had to do that same push with my son.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, The Princess Bride?
Yep.
I want to watch The Avengers.
Right, right.
It's like, I know, but trust me on this.
Because right around the same time, The Princess Diaries came out, and I just intertwined the two that they were the same thing.
Oh, totally.
It's
The
got
name,
princess in it. I can see that.
the name is awful.
Buttercup.
Yeah. Princess Buttercup. As
Mutton.
you wish.
Mutton. Billy Crystal.
I didn't realize for
To Blade.
My word. No, how about inconceivable?
Yeah, that's actually on my list too.
you keep saying that word. I don't think you know what it means.
I don't think that what it means what you think it means. No.
For the longest time, when he rolled down the hill and he was said like "as you wish," and that's how she recognized it was him.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not know that's what he was saying. I kept thinking he was saying "curse you, witch."
That would be something lost in translation in the movie.
Yes.
Want a buddy want a peanut? Andre the Giant.
Andre.
He's not fully dead. He's just mostly dead.
He's
He's
mostly
just
dead.
mostly dead.
And mostly dead is not all dead.
You are the Brute Squad.
Dude, that's good.
Dude, we could quote that whole movie.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Love that movie.
What else we got?
Yeah, I had the Rouses.
Another
in
one I
that
could
movie.
quote all day is The Crow. I could quote every line in that movie.
That's on my list too.
Can't rain all the time.
That's the one.
Oh, I love that.
Love that.
And Halloween ain't till mañana.
Yeah, mañana.
Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children.
Now that quote is actually not Brandon Lee. That's like some artist from years and years ago actually had that quote.
That's a fantastic quote.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that. When she did that and all of a sudden that poison started coming out, the drugs started coming out of her arm.
Mhm.
Awesome.
That
Great
scene
scene.
sucks because I think that's the one where Brandon Lee passed away, where Fun Boy shot him.
Oh, it's terrible. What else you got? Go.
Fun boy. Never trust a beautiful woman, especially one that's interested in you.
I got this one.
I don't know this one. What is it?
Magneto, X2.
Oh, dude, okay.
You seem to have more iron in your system today.
Uh huh.
Was it Mr. Lorio?
Oh, I don't know that much now.
L'Oreal?
One of the two.
The guard.
The guard.
Oh,
that he
okay, I
pulls
got
the
you.
iron out of.
Mm-hmm.
X2, I got you.
That was one of the watchable scenes in that movie. Rips it out of his body and
Yeah.
floats on the discs across.
Yeah,
the,
that's awesome when he did that. Pulled it out and then floated on across
made
the
the
room.
phantasm balls.
I got one for you from the superhero genre.
Mm-hmm.
Cap, I'd be careful. He's from, history, and he's pretty much a god.
They're basically guns.
Well, only know one God, ma'am, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that.
Boom.
I love that.
Awesome.
That was a good one. We were talking about recent superhero movies, and I was like, we can't really come up with any good quotes out of any of them. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's one thing I was thinking. Is like the most recent movies. Like I can't think really much out of the recent ones.
I like the
Like
one
the
when
ones this particular year.
Now,
I liked one in First Avenger where they asked Steve, "Why do you want to do this? You're really gung ho looking forward to killing these Germans, aren't you?" And he's like, "Nope, I don't want to kill anyone. I just don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from."
Yep.
that's awesome.
That's a
love
great
that
line.
song.
And when he was talking to you, he's never forget. The man who's already got power doesn't appreciate it, but the weak man knows the value.
Mm.
Never forget being a good man. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, that's good.
Boom.
Man who catch fly with chopstick accomplish anything,
Yes, Karate Kid.
dude.
And then
Your boy black belt. Why?
and then Daniel saw it. Snap! There it is. You got the fly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Miyagi was like, nah.
I love it. I love it. You begin a luck. Miyagi, that was one of the great characters in movies. One of my favorites.
We went to Hawaii on our honeymoon, and we went past the little town where they did. It was either the first or the second one. It was probably the
Tommy
second one.
Village, Sarge.
Yeah.
You're standing in it. How was it? Was it small?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Pretty tiny on the.
Uh-huh.
Looked like a single street in Japan or
Basically,
Okinawa.
pretty much.
Okinawa.
Throw another one at us.
Once again, things that could have been brought to my attention
The Sandman makes an appearance.
I'm surprised you don't have like a list of Sandman quotes over there.
Let's rattle them out right now.
I tell you my.
Today, Junior.
I love that one. I said that to one of the kids on the floor the other day. He was hurrying getting water, and I was like, "Today, Junior." Nobody else got it. But,
Oh, I see what's going on here. By all means, proceed.
dude, my favorite Sandler quote from one of his movies, besides, "Oh, it's a big old penguin walking around."
yeah.
No, but it was, "Hey, take off my shirt before you jinx the band and they break up." And it's a Van Halen shirt.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's awesome.
That's hilarious.
What other
Or
Sandler?
Sandler. Do you like Flock of Seagulls? Nope, I can see you do.
No, that's
I can see you
A
do.
wedding singer again.
what he said. That was a good one.
That was Captain Destroy.
Yeah, that's
Waterboy and Wedding Singer are my two
Yeah.
favorite Sandler movies.
He's losing his
Foosball
mind.
is the devil.
I like John. Is it John Lovitz? Lovitz? Is that his last name?
Yeah,
Lovitz.
love it.
Love it.
Yeah, he's like he's
The
losing his
liar.
mind, and I am reaping all the benefits.
Yeah. Yeah, that song right there was great, too.
Oh yeah, it was.
Somebody kill me, please. I
Put a
can't sing.
bullet in my head.
Y'all can look that up. It's true. I can't.
It's great.
Love stinks.
And,
That's
you know,
a
the
YouTube
sad part
video.
is I didn't know that was an actual song.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then I looked it up. I was like, oh, man, I thought he made this.
No,
Just took it down a half notch there, buddy.
no, he had the wherewithal to choose it,
Yeah.
bring it
And
out.
I love the way he did it, too. It had the freaks at table number 7 over there. That was hilarious. I don't know why that's killing me over there.
Trying to think of some more while you're.
Billy Madison. That's like one of my favorite Sandler movies. That's one of my favorite movies. Period. I can
That-
watch that
that
over
was
and over
good.
again.
I did like that. I was dating a girl at the time, and she was really, really into it. We watched that thing over and over and
Yeah.
over again, and I just got played out. I was like, oh, here's another one that we watched all the time during that time. It's Pulp Fiction, Billy Madison, and he goes, "How come every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating all the pig feet, eating all the hog maw? I like pig feet. I like hog maw. Hey, what are you doing, boy? Throwing this away. We ain't even got no milk. You better put some water on this stuff." Friday?
No. It's been a long time since I saw
Yeah.
that.
We used to quote that thing over and
Yeah.
over, man.
I love when they were sitting down the line. He's like,
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Mhm.
That was a funny one.
that's good. Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
You know, one that was quoted over and over again, and I.
Alrighty
couldn't
then?
Yes.
That's one has been beaten to death.
Alrighty then, and all those mask
Alrighty
quotes,
then. Yeah.
smoking, and all
Yeah.
that. Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, yeah.
There's
Jim
some
Carrey,
brutal
once
ass.
you've seen him in one movie, okay, well, we know
Yeah.
how it's going to go.
Until we went to The Mystic.
No, it's bad.
I didn't like that movie at all. What was one that was played out that I interrupted you there?
Those the mask ones smoking and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's party time. All that.
Party,
PARTY, cause I got it.
I like what does this say? What's her name? Slappy Sammy Semi Slap Samsonite. Oh, we were way off, dude.
Samsonite.
That was hilarious. Happy.
I gotta go. Just go, dude. Just
That was an amazing movie. They
That
got an
was
awful
hilarious.
sequel.
Oh my goodness.
20 years later.
Yeah, that was the awful sequel. Then that what was it, Dumberer and Dumberer?
Yeah.
oh,
that
everything went to pot after
that
that.
was brutal.
That was gold, and then it was done.
That's
Yeah.
a great one. It's classic.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Good
Ah.
That was
You didn't even try to throw accent on it.
Yeah, man. Let me see. Hey, throw some Brando at us. Come on, man.
because I am not Brando.
Do it.
I am not.
make him an offer he can't refuse.
Nobody says that line with a straight face. You got to throw a little bit on that.
You got to act like you got cotton in your mouth.
You're
really
soprano
don't.
or something.
Come on.
Sopranos.
Yeah.
That's a show that I always wanted to watch and I never did. And you notice
I
I'm
passed
passing
on it.
right by doing that.
Here's another quote from a movie called Running Scared.
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal and Maurice Hines.
Yeah,
Or-
I was like the guy that tap danced a lot.
Dude, it's awesome,
Gregory
right?
Hines.
Maurice, or it's either Maurice or Gregory. I always get them like who was the one in the movie. But they chase this perp up. They need to get some information on the suspect, and he runs up the stairs and shuts the door like they don't know he's there.
Yeah.
And they go, "Come on, Joey, open the door. Open the door, Joey." He goes, "No, Joey's not here." He goes, "Joey, we saw you come in. We know it's you. Joey, move away from the door. Joey, I'm going to put a lot of bullets in this door. And if you're standing on the other side of that door, what can I say? Some of them bullet holes are going to be in you." And the kid comes out and he goes, all right. We need some information. He goes, "What happened?" He goes, "I don't know anything." He goes, "We need to know. Michaels is gone. We can't find him." He goes, "He died. He had an accident. He fell on a knife 19 times."
Yep.
I love that. He had an accident. That's an accident.
Let's see.
Skank's not here. Skank dead. That skank over there.
Skink dead.
I love that.
Dude.
I always loved in that movie and the Crow. Fire it up.
Yeah.
Fire it up.
The whole
Fire
thing.
it up.
The whole thing when he killed T-Bird.
That was
strapped
rough.
to that car, and he's like, "You can't be real. This is the real world. There ain't no coming back.
Yeah.
There ain't no coming back.
There ain't no coming back."
Hey, what about this? I love that same character,
Yeah.
T-Bird, and he was going, "Smokes and road beers,
Be
be
quick."
quick.
Yep.
I'm on it."
Yes.
I said that to my wife, and she didn't get the reference. I was like, "I'm drawing up the divorce papers."
Dude.
Oh no.
Oh, that reminds me of another one. Every time I used to go and get, when me and my Uncle Jimmy were working together, I'd go to the store to get something for lunch, and he would always, every time he'd poke his head out the window, "Utah, give me 2." Remember that? Because Utah was making the order for Pappas. You know, I don't know.
No.
Give me 2. Utah, give me 2.
My favorite movie of all time. It had some good quotes. Every man dies, not every man truly lives.
Dude, I love that. Because they can take our lives,
But they'll never take.
but they'll never take our freedom.
Love it.
I think that's a really old quote from like the 1600s or something.
Yep.
Dude, shut up. That's a great one.
Braveheart.
William Wallace.
Do you speak French?
Wallace.
No, now you're just showing off. I am. Are you impressed yet?
I'm waiting to be impressed.
Do that
Jews are
standing on your
plastic.
head, and I will be.
You know what that?
I will, but my kilt will fall up. Oh, gosh, what are you?
Nah, Irish dude. This is my island.
It's my island.
The God tells me he can get me out of this,
Yeah.
but he's pretty sure you're.
I love that. We make spears. Longer than a man. Some men are longer than others. Your mother has been talking about me again, huh?
Yes.
Love that.
Love it.
Braveheart. We were talking about that today too at work, and talking. That's one of both of me and Tyler were saying it's one of his favorites. I was like, I could watch that thing.
It's a great movie.
Yes, it is.
That is a great movie.
I think that's my favorite movie of all time.
Me too. In fact, I'd have to put it. My favorite movie of all time is Braveheart, and then as a kid it was Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's the first time I ever felt like,
There's
this
no place
magical
like
thing.
home.
Like at 6 years old, I saw that. I was like, this is like a land of magic. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I always loved about that is how it was in
Hey,
black and white.
give me Knuckle Bump. Braveheart, dude, that is my favorite.
And then they go into the world of color.
That was
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Love that.
Yeah.
And
Remember when it only, because we didn't have VCRs and tapes and download and all that. You had to wait. It came on once a year.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
It was like Sunday night, and you weren't missing it.
You're on the TV.
yep. And I think it still comes on once a year, I believe.
It
Oh, yeah?
might.
I think TBS puts it on once every year.
That's cool.
Right, like maybe like right after Thanksgiving, maybe something like that.
That is one of the 3 scariest things in my life.
Flying monkeys.
The flying monkeys.
Mhm.
That was number 1. Number 2 was the Slee Stack from Land of the
Slee
Lost. Scared the heck out of me.
Not
And
from the movie, from the old TV show.
Uh-huh.
probably I should say number 1 is Jaws.
yeah.
Womp womp. Hey, oh, this is funny. When we were on vacation, Jaws 2 was on, and Connor had never seen that one before, so we're watching it, and I'm pumped up. I'm like, this is great at the beach. We're watching this. This is awesome. And he's already like not going in the water because I've already shown him the first one.
Yeah.
He's already he keeps he's going up to me like we're far enough out, and we're at our knees. I was like, we're fine. Come on, dude. And but there was this one part at the very beginning when the guys are getting ready to go out on the boat party with all the kids, and they see this guy who's going crabbing. Hey, what are you doing? We're looking for lobsters. See you when we get back. And the guy goes under there, and I remember talking to Connor. I was like, man, would you ever like to scuba dive? And he goes, it looks really cool, man. And he goes, I think that'd be awesome. And I said, yeah, but I could never get over the fact Jaws did it in for me.
Yeah.
Because, down there's no chance for you to have, you have no chance.
Nah, yeah.
You can't run. You don't even have footing.
Punch him in the nose.
Yeah, rip on his gills, poke his eyes. I've studied this. That's what you're supposed to do. And not that it would work, but at least I have a mission,
You
right?
get over top of him, you grab the fin, and you hold on for dear life.
Dude, jiu-jitsu, I jiu-jitsu the heck out of that shark. Man. I'm
Try
telling
would
you.
choke a shark.
Right.
Brother Troy, he died. He had an accident. He got bit 19 times.
Jason Statham is making a Megalodon movie.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
You just made my year, dude. Dude, that's up there with Doctor Strange and Civil War. But I was talking to him because, they were down there. And you know how Jaws always sets you up? There's a quiet first-person view. They're looking out, and you can hear, the bubbles from the scuba. And I said, and Connor's like, yeah, it'd be so cool. I was like, you know what would be not cool, Connor? Let me tell you something. You see how there's a haze out there? This isn't, crystal clear Bahama water.
Right.
This is the East Coast. You can't see. Anywhere that shark can come out. And as soon as I said that, the shark came out and about made me jump out of my seat. I go, oh! He has still laughed about that. It's been 2 weeks. He's still laughing. It freaked me out. I was
hilarious.
like, right back there. And all of a sudden, these teeth are coming out of me. I'm like, ah! I lost it, man.
That's awesome.
You had to know it was coming.
I was involved in the conversation. I was like, you see, now you can't see, so that means he's coming. Ah, there he is. Hey, that's another good one from Jaws. A lot of good ones. This is not a boating accident. That's a big one from Jaws.
Looks like you're going to need a bigger boat.
Oh,
Yep.
we're going to
Yep.
need a bigger
That
boat.
was a great line right there.
I love it because he's like, why don't you come shovel some of this crab? We're going to need a bigger boat. Love that.
One from a recent movie, good old Heath Ledger, the Joker. Everybody said this one for the longest time. Why so serious?
Yep. All the time. Why
Yep.
so serious?
Why so serious?
And you notice how he threw like the Triple H at the end of that? Why so serious? Ah.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's
Why
Triple
so
H.
serious?
Dude, no kidding. Hold on. I was getting a little family text telling Con not to laugh at me about the Jaws thing.
Oh. There's nothing with Jaws. We don't know anything.
Throw another one out, D.
If you build it, they will come.
Yes, Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Costner.
Costner.
Has he ever gotten like a lifetime achievement or anything?
Who?
Costner.
Costner.
He should. He's one of my absolute
He
favorite.
deserves it.
He's in my favorite Western too, High Plains Drifter is up there, but my favorite of all time is Open Range with him and Robert
That
Duvall.
is a great movie.
That is incredible.
Because one of my friends, they gave me that movie, and I was like, I don't want to see this movie. And after I watched it, like, oh my goodness, that was awesome.
That is one of that's up there too. I love that movie.
Nice.
Open
I
Range.
can't remember Robert Duvall. He had like a little speech in that movie, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, but we got a warrant too, except it wasn't written by no 10 star. It's written by us. And we ain't gonna let any land owner or some bought sheriff tell us where we can take our cows. You can tell the sheriff and you can tell your boss we're coming for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good line.
That was awesome.
But all right.
I didn't even have that written down. Troy had it written down. He quoted it just now. Saw him.
He's got IMDb up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
Told
get
you.
one that I think is kind of legend. Wait for it.
Dairy.
Dairy. That's from TV, obviously. That's
Yes.
That is legend.
Dairy.
Television. But from multiple movies, my name is Bond. James Bond.
James Bond.
That's like rites of passage if you're gonna play the character.
Yeah.
Best Bond, go. Who's your favorite?
Connery.
Really? You.
I love Daniel Craig. I think he
Daniel
nails it.
Craig. Casino Royale.
Now, I will say this: the last movie, I was like, wow, that was really good.
I like them all, especially Casino Royale. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
The Solstice one, not so much, but the last one, that was great too.
The first one was good. Second one was okay. The last couple, same thing. The last one I thought was really bad, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the last one?
I don't even remember.
Okay,
what the
no,
name.
that is not the one.
Spectre?
Yeah, that's not the one I'm
Spectre.
talking about. Yeah, I think it was
Skyfall?
Casino Royale.
Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale.
I keep forgetting he was been in that many of them.
Yeah.
And I might not,
He's done now, though. He said he's done.
Yeah, it's just in my
Quantum
mind,
was the
it's like
worst for
he's
me.
been in
I like
He's been
Quantum
in
was
4.
bad. It was a struggle to get through.
Quantum?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I mean, the first one was so good that was not a good
Yeah.
follow-up.
I like the other two. I like Skyfall and Spectre.
Spectre I didn't like. Skyfall I did.
I'll tell you, I know all the Mission Impossible movies that they've remade with Tom Cruise. I've enjoyed all those.
Tom Cruise, he's got some quotes. Let's go with some Tom Cruise quotes.
I know exactly where you're going first.
I can't even think of one right off the bat, and that's the sad part.
Jerry Maguire.
Oh, yeah.
You complete me.
Oh, dude.
Wow, he went the different direction.
Anybody who wants to go with me, I'm just taking my fish.
Show me the money.
That's where I thought you were going to show me the money. I was like, whoa, you went a different direction on me there.
I kind of think that You Complete Me one is used more.
Oh, dude.
Show Me the Money is up there, though. Both
Show
of
Me the
those
Money.
could vie for number one.
Yeah.
You had me at hello.
You had me at hello.
I use this one a lot. You had me at goodbye.
Lord. Tom Cruise. You know what, Goose? I hate to say this. I think she's lost that loving feeling.
Yeah.
Top gun,
Yeah.
dude. You can
Dude.
put that on movie.
Dude, I love
Yeah.
that. No, she hasn't. Yeah,
I
she
feel
has.
the need for speed.
Oh,
Talk
dude,
to me, Goose.
dude. Do some of that pilot shit. Come on, man. Oh, I love that movie. I don't think Khan has seen that one yet. I've been saving that. I wanted him to be just old enough to really appreciate it.
That's one
It's a great
top of the
movie.
list right there.
Yeah, that is
movie.
definitely.
Top Gun.
And let me see other Tom Cruise ones.
What's his
Motion.
defining movie for you? Is it Top Gun?
What's my favorite one?
For Tom Cruise, yeah. What's his
Dude.
defining movie?
Yeah, I would say that. And for me, I love The Last Samurai.
I did too. I
Yeah.
really love that one.
That one really surprised me.
Me too, because
I was like, this is not gonna be very good.
I loved it.
Yeah,
That was
and,
great.
and I was like, wow, it's really, really good.
When
But
Blu-rays-
if you say what is defining, I would go Top Gun.
Yeah, me too. I remember when Blu-rays were like a thing and they had just come out. Last Samurai was one of the first ones I grabbed up.
Mm-hmm.
dude, I tell you what, I've had direct TV, but I had an HD TV and didn't have the HD hookup. They were supposed to have done it and it slipped through the cracks, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I didn't think anything of it. I mean, the TV looks great. It's a good flat screen. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a Blu-ray player to watch what was it, Eddie the Eagle and Age of Ultron. I got these movies for the kids for Champ Camp.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when I put that thing in, the difference, I was like, my TV can do that?
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous, yeah.
No idea.
I tell you, I was watching the other day, and this is not movie related, but they were showing on. I was just flipping through, and I think it was on NBA TV, and they were showing Michael Jordan from back in the day. I was like, I used to watch that and think it was clear television.
Yeah, right.
What
Yeah.
in the world?
Unreal.
Good old rabbit
Unreal.
ears coming in.
I was like, dang, that was in like '93. I'm like, wow.
When I got like the first of the newer, like really high definition TVs,
Mm-hmm.
it was almost like I didn't enjoy it because the refresh rate was so high.
Yeah.
It almost looked like every movie and everything was filmed like a soap opera. Like a person standing there with the camera and like you're like in the room.
Oh, yeah,
it was
yeah,
so
yeah.
clear and like
Yeah.
I'll be
just looked
honest.
odd.
It was for me too when I first saw that. In fact, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ooh, this isn't gonna work for me."
Yeah, yeah.
This is like
It's like
yeah.
every motion just it looked odd.
Yeah, and I felt like I was looking in somebody's window, like a voyeur or something. I was like, "Ah, that's weird."
Yeah, yeah.
Peeping
Right.
Tom.
Peeping Tom,
Hmm.
Peeping Tom Cruise.
There it is. Whoop, there it is.
All right, what else you got? Throw me another one. 120,
120.
dude.
You want to cut it?
Might ought to. We'll take in.
Because we'll revisit this.
TBC,
We'll revisit this.
To be continued.
To be continued. But you know what? I'm going to give you one last for the road. Just because that's the kind of guy I am.
Okay, give me a
Give
good one.
them a-
Make it a big. What's your best one on there?
Well, it may not be my best one, but may the force be with you.
Oh, dude, yeah,
May the
that's a good one.
I mean, to me, that's a good ending note right
Bum,
there.
bum,
Yes,
bum,
I've
bum,
been saving
bum.
that one.
Dude, that's a good one.
Been
May
sitting on
the
it.
Force be with you by everyone in the movie besides Darth Vader.
Royale with cheese.
Yeah, with cheese.
I want you to reach in there and grab my wallet. Which one's yours? And we'll leave it with that.
Well, all right.
Well, all right. Hey.
He went straight television on us, but that's all right.
All right.
So, next week, I don't rightly know what we're going to be doing next week. We'll find something good. Y'all guys got any ideas?
Oh, we got a whole list of them out there. I thought you had planned it out for us.
I did, but this one got moved up a spot.
Okay.
We'll take and think about it. We'll see what we got.
Revisit Comic Corner if I can get you fools to read some books.
I ain't got time
Send
to
me
worry
my
about-
homework assignment. You
The
didn't send
Olymp-
it last
dude,
time.
The Olympics are on.
You got all the
That's
time.
your
Sports.
homework.
Sports.
That's your
Meh.
homework.
Meh, say to you now, meh.
That's what you'll be in charge of Comic Book Corner.
Yeah.
You'll be in charge of sports, and
Olympics.
I'll do all the cool stuff.
been
So,
killing me.
so next week what we'll be talking about is 1 hour of Conor McGregor.
Probably.
Look here, it's not funny.
It's
You little man.
I would say this. He basically challenged the entire WWE universe. So I'll go up there and slap all of them.
That's stupid. Those are some large men.
Yeah.
Go slide the Big Show. He'll step on you.
All right. Well, next week, stay tuned. We will have a surprise announcement of what it is we shall continue on with.
I know what we're going to do.
Do you what?
I know what we're going to do.
Is it a secret?
Cat, bag, get out. Okay, here we go. The cat's getting let out of the bag.
No, I got it.
You didn't get my reference.
I was
But
looking
anyway,
back.
next week, yeah, he didn't know yet. But next week,
Cat bag.
I've been
get out.
talking about doing this, and I'm going to see if we can't swing it. Have 5 or 6 guests on the show. Sure, you know where I'm going?
Doing a martial art podcast.
Martial arts, and we're going to have us old guys and some of the new guys from the Edge, some of the guys and girls. And we got a couple people going to be fighting soon, and see if we can't have some of them up here and talk a little bit.
Dude,
with
I
us.
love that. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Get
So-
some of the guys some power on the microphone.
Yeah.
There you go.
And as long as I have my finger on the bleep button, because it might be squeezed out a few times on there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah. So, but I think we'll see if we can talk to a few people, see if we can make that happen.
All right, sounds like
Y'all
fun.
down with that?
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
cool.
All right. So, as of right now, that's the plan.
Okay, good.
Anything else, guys?
No, that's it.
That's it.
USA.
Bill Murray for president.
Han Solo for president.
On.
2-1 Han
2-1,
wins.
bruh.
It's a landslide.
Bill Murray for vice president.
Murray can be
Okay.
the speaker or something.
Ah.
Speaker of the House, that'd be great for him.
He will be all powerful emperor of the world.
And things just got kicked up a notch.
Oh, I got a piece of that one. Oh, it's out of here.
Dude, you know what? That's one of the greatest movie quotes right there.
I love
He's in
it.
the hole. He's in the hole.
It's in the home.
What
No.
was that, Mrs. Haversham?
Hello, Mr. Haversham.
She's a Oh yeah, Mr. Havisham. I should been there to pick up that ball. Oh.
I love it.
Anyway, he was washing a golf ball. But anyway,
Excellent.
that's all we got, guys. And you guys have an incredible day.
See ya.
Later.